I'm going to be adding some grated apple to my pie filling, and this is because it will give a little bit more structure and stability to the filling, so it'll be able to stand up a little bit more, won't ooze out when slices are sliced up. So to prepare my apple, my shredded apple, I went ahead and used a vegetable peeler to peel it, and I'm gonna slice it in half. My favorite little kitchen tricks my mom taught me is using a melon baller if you happen to have one, and just get those little bits out. I find that you get better yield with this, just less waste. Then an apple core, you know, they have apple cores where you take your whole apple and you go right through with it. I'm not a huge fan of those, especially in a professional kitchen. We really try to avoid, like I was saying before, those one-use tools. So yeah, melon baller works just great. And I've got my grater here on medium grade. I'm gonna just go ahead and grate it up. And you know, I said before, normally this recipe calls for a Granny Smith, and I just don't want to go to the store just for an apple right now. So this is what I had. Granny Smiths are going to have higher acidity, a little bit sharper, so they're going to be a nice contrast to the sweetness of the blueberries. So this apple is going to, the one that I'm grating, this Gala, is going to have a higher sugar content, won't have that acidity and that astringency that the Granny Smith will, but I'll just add maybe just a little bit more lemon juice to kind of make up for that. Almost there. Watch the fingers. All right. Now, over here I have a piece of cheesecloth. As you can see, you know, I keep that around in my industrial kitchen, but I don't expect you to have a roll of that at home. If you can just use a kitchen towel. Tea towels, if you happen to have a light linen tea towel, those are perfect. That's what I use at home. But you know, you can use a terry cloth dish towel too if that's what you've got. Just any sort of towel that's going to be able to let you squeeze. So I mentioned before, our filling, we're trying to keep the water out of it. And I forgot to grab a bowl. Oh, here we go. We don't want excess water in there because we don't want it to leak into our crust. So we're going to squeeze that extra water out. Look at all that juice. It's a handy trick for a lot of different things. If you ever cook with spinach, get that extra water out. It's a good way to do it. Actually busted a towel once doing this. I squeezed it so hard, so do be careful. All right. Instead of going into our pie and giving us a soggy bottom, we've got nice dried out apple peel, which will help the texture of our filling.